So, I'm WriterMaven. Um, those have followed my journey, commenting about things, and I'm sure you're gonna know what I'm going to talk about. I focus on Judgment Day and all that they get involved in, mostly Dom, but because I'm ride or die for Dom. So let's get into it, shall we? So I'm gonna table Finn, the Demented Demon, for now. I'm gonna focus on the main event. I am exhausted. I can't really be mad. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with Rhea. I'm exhausted with the booking. I'm exhausted with how they're treating Liv and Raquel. I'm just exhausted with the whole thing. I felt really, really bad for Raquel. Liv, I'm feeling really sorry for, but Raquel, I'm really feeling sorry for because her booking just makes her a joke. She could be really an effective bodyguard for Liv. She could be doing so much more if her booking wasn't straight ass. But no, she just has to straight up and get dominated by Rhea in the shortest anything goes match I have ever seen and get pinned. All that for what? You can give Raquel the win, or if you're not going to give Raquel the win, can you go like contest, have them take each other out? There are plenty of ways for you to protect Rhea since that's all they're all about is just protecting Rhea. And then that ending shot of Iyo and Rhea with the title. You could have at least injected Liv into that shot some kind of way. Y'all making that title about people that don't even have the belt. They're not the champ. And people online, oh, we're gonna have this at WrestleMania 41. Have y'all forgetting how Rhea's and Io's last title reigns were complete and utter ass? You remember after when Iyo won the title from Bailey, how straight ass that reign was? And we don't even need to get into Rhea's. Both of their reigns were ass, straight ass. You can't tell me that neither one of those reigns were good. They weren't. So how are you gonna put both of them in the title match at WrestleMania 41 and not and don't and expect me to not think that there any of those reigns will not still be ass? It's ass. Both of those reigns are ass. Iyo, she's popular, but I don't expect her to carry a feud with Rhea. Rhea's gonna have that same shitty ass promo. Iyo, I love her, but it's Japanese. So the whole build to that type of match will be ass. And then this time, like I said on the X, they don't have Dom to bounce off of. The only thing that saved Rhea versus Becky this year at WrestleMania 40 is because Becky could cheap shop Dom. They won't have it this year. So who are they gonna bounce off of? Nobody. And then who's going to come out after this? If they do get that match, who are they feuding with after? Who's the face in that match? Who's the heel in this match? You see how logistically that this match will be? It won't make sense. All people just want is, oh, the match will be good. You know, you can have all the great matches as you want. AEW shows you that the matches can be good. But if there's no story behind it, it's going to be ass. I don't want to sit up there and watch WrestleMania 41 for a good match. I can watch good matches all the time. Good matches are not for WrestleMania type matches. Reason why Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns was so amazing at WrestleMania 40 this year because we had the amazing build between The Brock, Roman, Bloodline, Cody, and Cody's Avengers. It wasn't just because it was a good wrestling match. Wrestling is more about having good moves. So what we're gonna do? We're just gonna have all kinds of flips and dives with Iyo, and then Rhea just gonna be power slamming through everything again. That last shot was complete and utter bullshit. Liv should have been in that opening, in that last shot, some kind of way. At least have her head stick up from the outside of the ring, something. But no, y'all just gotta treat the champ and her bodyguard like another crap. Raquel should have won. Raquel should have won. I don't care what you can joke about being an ineffective bodyguard like Camille to Sasha Banks or Mercedes Monet, but booking makes her an ineffective bodyguard. She can't do anything outside of her booking. It's real cute to rag on somebody that being hampered by booking. Real cute. I will never hold somebody's booking against someone unless they've been proven to be the complete and utter ass behind the scenes. And there are people like that. But I'm not going to hold somebody's shitty booking against them. Because Raquel's booking is complete bullshit and utter trash. Liv's booking is complete bullshit and utter trash. But at least with Liv, she tends to overcome the booking somewhat. But it is what it is. I'm just going to try and stay positive. I'm not going to crash out about a potential Rhea and Iyo match at WrestleMania 1. Now everybody wants to say that she's going to drop the title on Netflix, and I really don't think that's true. I think they're going to have Rhea. You can have Rhea and Iyo have a match without the title. People always want to talk about like and Liv don't need the title. Rhea and Iyo don't need the title. They don't. You can have that be excuse me. They can that match can be without the title. You can have it at WrestleMania 41, let everybody get off on it, and then go about your day. What I'm personally hoping is that Saturday Night Main Event, because I really think Liv is not going to lose. My booking, like I said, with War Games, is 80% with 20% for Triple H's bullshit. What I am expecting is Liv to retain, and I'm betting that Rhea is going to cost Iyo the win, and then they can start doing maybe like fight or feud over like number one contendership or something like that. I don't know, but it is what it is. I'm just so sick of Rhea. I'm tired of her booking. Her first, she did not need this win. If she's supposedly a face that everybody cheers for, she can afford a loss. Faces can lose. Why is it that Roman Reigns? Why is it that Cody Rhodes, Cody and Roman, the top echelon guys in the company, how is it that they can lose, but not Rhea? How is it that Nia Jax and Bailey and all of the other women's faces can lose, but not Rhea? Her being built nigh invincible is hurting the division. Hell, even Bianca. Bianca has some really superhuman booking too, but at least Bianca gets beaten down. Same thing with Charlotte. Charlotte has gave me title fatigue because she was always in the title matches, but at least she would get beat down. She would be shown, she could get a promo cut on her. She would at least put over the other person. As much as I hated her in the title scene all the time, she would at least eventually lose the title and put somebody over. Rhea, we don't even get that. So Rhea, I'm just completely and utter exhausted. And again, I've always said the process is fucked and the process can get fucked. I'm tired. I'm tired and exhausted. I can't even really be mad. This isn't even a crash out. This is an exhaust. This is a complete and utter exhaustion over the booking process for the Raw women's division. The only good things about this match was that Raquel was at least allowed to do some power moves, and I thought she looked really, really good. And please, they need to get off my babe Raquel for wearing the gear. Like somebody was saying, well, she wore it 3 weeks in a row. Like you can't. It's a gear. It might be something that she might need for her mass syndrome. If it's proven like it's not going to break her out or anything like that, she can wear that gear all the time. I don't care. I got to think about other people's health, especially with Raquel. When you start nitpicking gear choices, why are you going to pick on somebody's gear? I mean, I could nitpick about how I think Rhea's bottoms are going to fly off one of these days, but I'm not going to do it. So you leave her gear choices alone. She might have reasons for that. And then she did get the new Titantron. I I like her theme. It's changed. It's not the what we heard last week. It's something completely different. It's Judgment Day, which leads me to believe that Judgment Day is going to be a Dom led group. Because if they were just going to do Light Off La Familia with Dom, Liv, and Raquel, they wouldn't have had that Tron spun up. Because that takes a little bit of work to get a Tron ready and themes. So I'm really thinking that Judgment Day is going to be Dom's. So I'm gonna get away from my Rhea exhaustion for now. I'm going to go to the Dimension Demon because the Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of that bitch Finn Balor to say that Dom was unworthy of a title. The sheer audacity to say that. The man softened up Gunther enough so you can get a title match, and then now here you come saying he's unworthy. Now people want to say that he's going for a face turn. Nah, Dom's going for the triple heel turn. Just because another heel is picking on another heel doesn't automatically assume or grant you a face turn. The crowd's appreciating him more, but like Rhea, you can be appreciated as a heel. He's just probably going more into tweener status. He's not going to a face turn. Face turn is like I would think they would save that for Ray if they wanted to, like complete and utter face, but he's not going to turn face. He's going to stay heel. I'm thinking he's going to go triple heel turn. Just like he went with a double heel turn at SummerSlam, that man is going to figure out how to double down and become a more hated heel than the New Day and what they did today. But Finn, on what time, my dude, talking about Dom is unworthy. And then Gunther was firing back, and I'm appreciating Gunther just a little bit more. I really am. I still don't like him. I don't really like him as champion, but I am appreciating Gunther a little bit more because he has a funny bit of calling Finn. He just said Finn just hangs out with a bunch of weirdos in the clubhouse. And then, of course, as soon as Finn gets up there to the ring, guess who shows up? Oh, no pop Damian Priest. Now, I think he did get something here, but I'm going to explain something interesting later on in a bit. But interjecting Damian, I really was hoping they would just save Damian to cost Finn the title at Saturday Night Main Event, but now they're going to make that a triple threat. And I cannot see it. As soon as he came back, here he comes being nigh high invincible again, where he's just beating up people 5v1. I cannot stand him and Rhea. I cannot stand this booking where they just run over people. For Damian, it doesn't even make sense. You shouldn't be running over people like that. Eventually, he did get coup de grace and overrun, but at least eventually and initially, he was just 5v1ing people or 1v5. Like, shouldn't be doing that. And then have you noticed how Dom is just not really saying much? He's just, his expressions are just like, he's more observant and he's not saying much. He'll talk to Liv and Raquel, but he's not saying much. And I think he's really, really over it. He's in watch and wait mode because I think he's going to do something at Saturday Night Main Event. But you got Damian and then Gunther. And then Gunther looks like an idiot. Not really an idiot, but he shouldn't be easily pushed over like Damian either. Like, I really don't get this invincibility bookie of Damian. Because look at how they had to put Damian's ass back with Rhea now. The Terror Twins. I had to say this on the X. Oh, now we're gonna get the Terror Twins back? Because y'all completely botched his face turn. You got to put the Terror Twins back. And then here he comes, and now he's rewarded with a triple threat match, which makes no lick of sense. He got beat. I know Finn cost him, but he got beat. Now we're getting a triple threat match? I really hope Dom costs Finn the title at Saturday Night Main Event. And he could do it accidentally on purpose. Do like he did with Liv. Instead of helping Finn like he did with Liv, just do it accidentally on purpose. Accidentally cost Finn the title, Damian too, and then just have Gunther continue on as the champ. Because when we had the backstage segment of Rap Daddy telling that Finn is going to be in the triple threat match with Damian, and then the tag team title matches on for next week with the War Raiders with Judgment Day barred from ringside. It was being really slick, and she got her lick in on Finn. Oh, what kind of advice would you have for us, Finn? We can win. And then it's all sputtery and has to walk off. See, Liv is giving Finn just enough rope to hang himself. Just enough rope. But here's something interesting. Did y'all notice that after Finn walked away, both JD And Carlito, we're looking back to Dom on what to do. That's your leader. JD kind of has to go chase after Finn because that's his tag team partner. But Carlito, was kind of stuck. He was like he wasn't even sure who to follow. Dom's the leader. Dom established himself as the leader, and Finn don't even know it. JD and Carlito will probably follow Dom to the end of the earth because Dom did the same for them. Like I said, Dom was the one helping them with titles. Dom was the one that saved Carlito from the LWL. Dom was the one that helped JD get into Judgment Day when Damian and Rhea didn't really want him. It was Dom. Dom has brokered a lot of goodwill due to his actions for other people. And the more Finn just tries to be ass about it, the more it's going to bite him in the ass. He's not going to win on Saturday Night Main Event. Nah. I'm pretty sure on that one. He's not going to win. I'm not even sure that there's going to be a lot of major title changes on Saturday Night Main Event. They're making it look like there will be, and usually you might get something happening there, but I don't think there's going to be a title change. I don't really think there's not going to be any kind of major title changes on Saturday Night Main Event. But with Finn, yeah, even though Finn is being an ass, it's Finn being an ass to Dom, which is a heel that people wanted to do. Finn is not getting booed for tearing down Finn. So have y'all noticed that? So that's the biggest indicator that Dom is not going face. It's not like the crowd is like going, no, don't say that to him. It's not like the crowd response is indicative of a face turn for Dom. A heel can get cheered at any point, especially against somebody like Damian, especially against somebody like Gunther. And yes, Dom, excuse me, I am fighting a cold. Sorry, but Dom did was on SmackDown, and people always want to say, "Oh, he's gonna get traded." Nah, because we just saw Tiffany and Cody on Raw. I mean, they're going to do the transfer portal, but it's just I think they were just using these people because they have dark matches. So easy to have. It's easy to have people do these background segments when they're already there. So that's my thing about that. Dom is the boss. Oh, thank you, 97. Dom is the boss, and if I really had anything to say about it, I really wish. I know Bricola said Priest Lord said Liv Dom and Raquel to SmackDown. I really don't want them on SmackDown because of Netflix. I think Rhea needs to go. Rhea needs to go to SmackDown. See, that's another thing too. Wasn't everybody wanting to build up Rhea for Bianca? How do we switch from Bianca to Iyo? Like Rhea could go fight over there with Bianca for a little bit, but anyway, it's just the whole Rhea thing. It's just a whole vortex of stuff. And then she was saying, like on the X, she posted about like I don't forgive, you did the first shot on me, and I was like, okay, so you when you buried the hatchet with Raquel at NXT years ago, you were lying. See, this is this history thing that's really starting to piss me off. You can go all the way back to NXT to find something to say against Raquel, but Raquel, Liv, and Dom cannot say anything about these past couple of years regarding Rhea. Nothing. Everybody else can say something. They can talk all kinds of trash about Roman. You can say all kinds of stuff about Cody. You can say all kinds of stuff about Seth, Sammy, Jay, Bailey, Bianca. All of them can be saying, you can say anything about their history. But as soon as we get to Rhea, you can Jerry pick something that Raquel did to her in NXT that she supposedly buried the hatchet about, but Liv, Dom, and Raquel can't bring anything up. She has not changed any aspect of her character. And yeah, she's still getting the pops because she's kind of transitioned into somebody the out non wrestling fans like. And it might take a while, but eventually those pops are not those ops are not going to be the same. She's just going to have a split crowd. And then Damian, his is just completely ruined because now he has to link back up and be a Terror Twin. Like how you see how they had to do that nice little shot of Damian linking back up with Rhea. Like, what's the point of that? I thought y'all was supposed to be going on your own, but now you got to link back up. Why would you need to link back up? Why would Damian need to link back up with Rhea? It's not like Liv was getting involved in Finn's stuff with Damian. You know, she wasn't out there. And then there's no reason for David. There's no reason for Damian to be with Rhea because Dom isn't out there. See, they just wanted to use all this stuff with Dom, and now it's all backfiring on their ass. It's just, like I said, it's just completely exhausting. But in other words, we did get Liv versus Dakota. Dakota, she was by herself, and she handled Dakota pretty much by herself, which was good. She needed that win. She hits a nice Oblivion on Iyo. And then people were saying, "Oh, she's standing tall." I don't mean anything. The faces were standing tall at War Games, and they still won. You see how that was? We used to could tell that, you know, if you had the momentum, you're gonna lose, but that hasn't been really the case anymore. It's usually more like 50-50. So she kind of did it, and by the end of the night, you know, Iyo was the one standing tall. So, you know, going by that logic, it's gonna be, you know, Liv winning, and I still think she's gonna win. But it was just nice for Liv to get a win by herself. And now, can people stop? Can people stop wanting to say that Liv can't win anything clean? Because she did win it clean. I mean, Studline interfered, but Studline was the one interfering. It wasn't Raquel or anybody on Liv's behalf. They were going after Dakota. So can we stop with this? Oh, Liv can't win anything on her own things now. The Intercontinental title tournament had Lyra winning. I pretty much figured that. But I am feel sorry for Zelina because I think she needed to be in another bracket where she could advance. And then Final Testament versus the Wyatt Six. That was okay. I wasn't expecting Paul Ellering to come back, but it was a pretty good match. They're probably gonna do something, build up something maybe for Netflix. I'm surprised that Final Testament is getting the wins, but knows. But all I can just say is that Bo Dallas really looking like Bray Wyatt, and it's super unnerving. Okay, the New Day promo. I'm really happy that New Day put Kathy Kelly in her place because I cannot stand that biased reporter. Give me Jackie Redmond any day. I can't stand Kathy, especially with how she would always find some way to nuke Dom from orbit when he wasn't even doing anything to her. So the more people that can shoot down Kathy Kelly, the better. But going back around to, and then we had the Seth Rollins promo. I really didn't pay it no mind. It was just Seth serving cunt as usual. And then we had the interruption with Drew because they announced Drew versus Sammy at Saturday Night Main Event. So yeah, it is what it is. Seth, I mean, that needs to kick into gear or something like that because I'm really not interested in that. But going back to the main event, my note says they spent all that time teasing a Rhea and Iyo match that nobody has the title. And I think that's my main bone of contention. Like, none of y'all have the title. Nobody. So, you know, why y'all fighting over a title? Y'all haven't even won yet. And like I said, both Iyo and Rhea's title reigns sucked. Was there anything memorable about Io's reign? Was there anything memorable about Rhea? Rhea never did even have any challengers. And see, that's going to be the main thing again. She has no challengers. Rhea wins it, no challengers. Iyo wins it, no challengers. At least Liv would have some challengers, but they refuse to put anybody into Liv's orbit. We could have had Lyra. I guess at this point, I should just be hoping that maybe Becky can come around, and I wouldn't mind Becky coming around because at least Becky has some story with Liv and Dom where, you know, they can address it without ruining, Rhea's, you know, pure white virginal, you know, stellar pass. But like I said, it's just exhausting with Rhea. So I'm just ruining somebody's heel run just because you want Rhea back with the title. Like, Rhea is just gonna be Charlotte Flair time, you know, version 2.0 because Charlotte could exist without the title. And you see how people didn't like her just because Rhea is this person that transcends wrestling. She can be without the title. You could give her a storyline without the title. Hook her up with Damian. Have her be his manager so he can get some of his face pops back or something. Lots of stuff that they could do. But like I said, it's exhaustion. exhaustion, complete exhaustion. I can't be mad anymore. Yeah, I can't be mad. I'm at the point of getting mad anymore. I mean, Triple H is just pretty much showing his ass, booking wise. This is really about China and his inability to get over China and what he did to China, then you just ruin your product for that. I mean, like I said, I'm at the point where I am not. I always said that I don't hate Rhea, but I'm at the point where I'm just done with her and I'm going to start actively rooting for her to fail. Like, when I'll get to that point as a wrestling fan where I don't want to deal with your ass anymore. I don't want you on my screen anymore. I'm going to changing the channel when you are there, and then where I'm just completely and utterly done for her with her. I'm to that point. I don't want to be at that point. I have friends that like her. I still converse with people that do. I try to be fair and neutral with them. But even them, with those fans and those friends, even even then, they're getting tired of her. My friends, really thought that she would stay off, a while. But she came back in 2 weeks. Like now, I have a push and pull of I want to be fair to my friends, but I'm at the point where I don't want to see her. If I hear this is my brutality, I'm groaning. If I see her, I'm growing. If I see her win, I'm groaning. It's not fun anymore. Thanks for tuning in to the Wrestling Receipts podcast. Remember to follow me on the X at WMaven, WWE, and on TikTok at WriterMaven for more wrestling insights and live reactions every Monday night after Raw. Until next time, I'm just saying.